Good morning. Inshallah, today we will explain the electromagnetic waves and electromagnetic spectrum. What the meaning of electromagnetic spectrum? At first, electro comes from electrons, meaning electricity, electric field, and magnetic comes from magnetic field. Here in this waves or in this spectrum, we have 7 electromagnetic waves. From the electromagnetic spectrum, according to the wavelength, we have the gamma rays, X-rays, UV, visible light, and infrared, and the microwave. In this example, we will see what about the waves. Of course, we can see in the wavelength between 400 to 700 nanometer, which we call this is a visible light. Visible light, the light we can see by. And after the violet color, we have another rays like UV rays, because it's after the violet color, X-rays and gamma rays. Before the red color, which is 700, we have IR, infrared, and radio waves. Of course, we have in these waves the same properties of the waves like each other. In this point, the highest frequency of the wave we call the gamma rays, because it can penetrate anything, it can penetrate walls, so we call this by the using of high frequency in the waves. Here we have something called what are the speed of the electromagnetic waves. The speed of electromagnetic waves 3 times 10 to the power 8 meter per second. This is for gamma rays, for light rays, for everything. They are the same speed of the rays. Of course, here we have the same properties of the rays, in the same properties of rays, and we have in the rays between the 400 visible spectrum from 400 to 700, we will see the properties of the waves. Number one, they are transverse waves. What the meaning of transverse waves mean they are perpendicular to each other. The electric waves are perpendicular to magnetic wave. Both of them are perpendicular to each other. This is number one. Number two, they are traveling with the same speed, which is 3 times 10 to the power 8 meter per second. They can travel through vacuum, through space, of course, because the light comes from the sun, and all of these rays come from the sun without any medium to carry. All of this we call electromagnetic waves. So, after these points, we can ask some questions according to this. Number one, the first question, what are the electromagnetic waves? What the meaning of these electromagnetic waves? The second question, what is the speed of all of electromagnetic waves? What is the speed of electromagnetic waves? Number three, we can ask another question, give example of electromagnetic waves. We have now 3 questions according to this point. Number two, state and explain the uses of electromagnetic waves. Here we have a point of the uses of electromagnetic waves, but according to the uses. Number one, the radio waves. Radio waves, we are using the radio waves in building. It can penetrate anywhere. Anywhere the radio waves can reach, so we can use the radio waves for communication. Number two, the microwave. Microwave, it has a heat effect and it can make the food using in cooking and something like this, because it moves the particles of the water very, very fast and increase the kinetic energy of the water, so you can use the microwaves for food. Number three, infrared. A lot of insects, such as bees, such as a lot of insects like wasps, they are using by infrared to see in the dark in this point. They can see by using this infrared. The visible spectrum or visible color, we can see by this visible color, because it ranges from the violet color to the red color. Okay, we can see through this range. After After the violet color, we have ultraviolet, like the horses. They can see by ultraviolet. X-rays, we can make it diagnosis of the bones, and we can see the bones from inside by these X-rays. And the gamma rays, we can use the gamma rays for killing microbes, such as potatoes, such as a lot of stores. We can use the gamma rays to kill the microbes. This is now our point of view only of the lesson today. Thank you for watching, and goodbye.